Alright, so today I've got a 2007 Acura TL. It's a base model. It's in the pearl white. Not sure what the actual name for the paint is, but it is a pearl white. It's a very nice car. It runs good. It's got about 195,000 miles on it. Kind of show you how it's held up. See the headlights, tail lights a little cracked right there, but no big deal. It's got these nice wheels. I like these wheels. The waffle wheels on the Type S I like a lot as well, but I'd be just happy with either one. So I'll pop the trunk, show you how big the trunk is. See the button is right here. Hit that. Come back here. There's the trunk. It's got plenty of, good bit of space. I believe this, I want to say that the seats, I can't remember if the seats fold down 60/40 or it's just got a pass through. I haven't really tried, so we'll see. Here's it though, somebody put some LED lights down there, some puddle lights. Here's the back seat. These seats are in fair shape. They do tend to rip a lot. I've seen a lot of these that have been ripped. It's almost somewhat rare to have one that or to get one used at least that isn't already ripped. But these looks like somebody's taken somewhat decent care of these. Like, see, this has got a bigger hole right there in the seat and right here. Yeah, it looks like this has just got a pass through here. You got some cup holders right here, and then it's got a nice little cover on it that goes down, and then there's your pass through in there for the trunk. All right, set that up. Hop in here. I got the seat back pretty far, and my knees do touch. Typically this does have a little bit better leg room. I think I shut the seat a little bit far back, but it still isn't too bad. Still, it's padded here, so you can kind of, you know, rest your knees up, and it's not extremely uncomfortable by any means. Got some air vents back here and a little ashtray wannabe right here. Got a light. I guess this one's out. Got one right here. Then you got your third brake light up here as well. Go ahead and pop the hood. And you're looking at a 3.2 liter VTEC engine. It's a J32. It's got 258 horsepower and I believe 233 pound-foot of torque. It's pretty common for these intake pieces to split like that. Got a 5-speed transmission there. Those are pretty reliable ones. This was it's held up pretty well over the mileage it has. I'm sorry, this one's got 185,000 miles. I've got another one with 195,000. Yeah, it's a pretty nice little engine bay. Everything's covered though, so I don't mind the cut. I like the way it looks covered, especially when you put some dressing on it. Go ahead and shop the hood. That's how the front of the car looks. It's got HID headlights, regular halogen high beams, and I believe they're regular halogen high beams, and daytime running lights. You got your fog lights down here at the bottom. You know, you got LED turn signals on the mirrors as well. You got your sunroof up top, XM receiver there on that little bump. And back here you've got full LED, or not, they're not full LED tail lights, just the brake light and the actual light itself. the parking light, and you got regular turn signals on the side. Got your third LED brake light up top, like I just mentioned earlier. Got some nice exhaust tips. I think they fit the car very well, especially with the size it is in this generation, third generation TL. We'll go ahead and get in here and see how it looks. So here it is here. We'll go ahead and see. So here's the key. It's a Switchblade key. This thing, Switchblade's kind of messed up on this one. It's probably not the best example of a Switchblade key. So. This one might have a bad motor mount in it. But, so this is what the base looks like. Instead of having the navigation screen here, which looks much better, you got a regular AM/FM portion here, your climate control up here, dual zone, and then a little compass. Let's see. Turn down that a little bit. It's got XM radio as well. You got your aux port, which is located. You got two tier things. Here's your aux port right here. You got another 12 volt there. Heated seats for both the driver and passenger. It's got another 12 volt here, as well as a little cubby. Another cubby here. Leather wrap shift knob. Got your plus and minus here. And we'll move back over here. This is the VSA traction control, basically. Heated mirrors on both sides, and the mirror switch as well as the mirror toggle. Automatic driver and passenger front windows. Got your window lock here, and your door lock, and then your memory seats up here. It's very nice though. It feels really good in here. It's a very well designed car, very ageless in my opinion. Nice LED gauges. I think the Type S has red rings around it, I believe. But here's this one. So you see it's got 185,000. I made a mistake earlier saying it had 195. I have another one with 195,000 identical to this, but this is the one with 185,000. So you got your volume here, your channel here, mode, cruise control, accelerate, decelerate. This car does have Bluetooth. It's very common for it to fail in this car, and it ends up discharging the battery rapidly overnight, and a lot of people just end up unplugging the module, which is underneath the passenger part there. And then you have these buttons here. Select controls the trip A, trip B. Then you got the info up and down, language, hands-free, keyless memory settings. Your trip computer will go in there, and it averages about 20 miles a gallon, only city. And your tire pressure shows all 4 here. Very nice. And then the temperature. But other than that though, there's your clock and hazards there as well. Got a nice size glove box there. It's not as big as some other TLs. I think the other TLs might have a bigger glove box, but that's that. It's very common as well for the dash to crack on this generation TL, on all third generations. And here's the mirror here. It's got automatic dimming, works really well. Home link up here, and then you can turn the right now it's set to the door, for the door to all the lights to come on, but you can hit the one button here, it turns them all on, as well as the ones in the back. And then obviously you can turn them on and off here as well. And you got your sunroof. Other than that though, this car has held up fairly well for its age and mileage. But you know, you can find these in very, very nice condition and pay a good premium for them, or you can find them in seems like they're typically, even though this one's like in between, I would say, it seems like they're typically either in awesome condition or somewhat rougher condition from what I've seen. But this one's kind of in between, to be honest with you, which is good. Yeah, these have the more reliable transmission as well, and while there is still failures, mainly the failures are from just people just not maintaining them. If you find one that's well maintained, I would say with the fluid changed at least every 30,000 miles or so, that's good. I always recommend to people to change them every 15,000, like I've said in my other TL videos, just to keep them working smoothly. Then transmission will last forever. But if they're not well maintained, they will not last long. You know, I typically have seen the transmissions in these, without the fluid being changed, lasting somewhere to around 200,000. Even one that's been not very well maintained but still have fluid changes, I've seen those last up to 250,000 typically. And but if you find one that's very well maintained with high mileage, then don't hesitate. I'm sure it will be good, as long as, you know, it's shifting good and all that when you buy it. I'm sure it'll continue to last a long time for you. But that's it with the TL.